What's good, guys, and welcome back to MCOC News. It's the January 7th edition of Marvel Contest Champions News. So, lots of stories to talk about. Whether or not it's arena cutoffs going too darn high, just like the rent, it's too darn high. But there are other stories to talk about, which we're going to jump into now. Our first story begins with Alliance War Seasons. As we know, back at the start of the year, Kabam announced that there will be a 1 week gap between the endpoint of Season 6 and the start of Season 7. 1 week for the community is not exactly the longest of times, especially if you want to do other things and other content. This particular forum post has got a lot of traction, a lot of people talking, and a lot of people agreeing in the fact that they would have liked an extension of the time break between one season to the next. There are varying differences of opinion on the matter of this particular forum post. A lot of people are incredibly positive about the fact that we only get 1 week and it's fine, but predominantly it is all about a negative feel about this 1 week break. I even saw somebody post something about, right, well, you don't have to be doing Alliance Wars, which is a little bit silly if you think about the fact that it's very rare to find an alliance that doesn't do Alliance Wars, and especially at a hugely competitive rate. If you are a player that's maybe kind of grinded out a lot, say you've just completed Labyrinth of Legends, Act 5, lots of content that's been done, and you go, I don't want to do Alliance Wars, then you have to find an alliance that maybe only does map 6, map 5, and or go drop down a lot, and that will have to be a personal choice of you. There's a fine line between making a statement like that and actually kind of facilitating it out. So it is very difficult to gauge the correct option and the correct opinion, and also be in the correct position you are in the game and finding an alliance that fits you. In a nutshell, the feedback that I'm getting is that with new content coming in, players want to use their strongest champions for that purpose. Yes, things like variant and other things say, right, champion requirements means you have to diversify your roster. If your roster is diversified enough, it means that you're largely using your champions, your key champions or ranked up champions for things like Alliance Wars Defense and Alliance War Offensive. And at the same time, to a lesser degree, if you're participating in the highest volume, then you're probably going to be using your strongest champions for things like map 6. With the incoming map 7 at a later date, it's going to mean more strong champions being thrusted into that. And I'm not saying that that is a key thing to justify the frustrations around burnout and having champions available for different things. It's just what people are feeling at the moment in the community. Next up, and on to the positives. What did you get from Road to Greatness? Did you get something fantastic like a Killmonger? Did you get something less than adequate? Either way, go to the link in the description and post what you got. Next up, and if you love 5-star crystals, then you'll love this video by Miss Evol. Hot on the heels of Crystal opening well, Miss Evol is opening up 100 5-star basic. A link is in the description. I'm not going to spoil it. You're going to see the great. You're going to see the worst. You're going to see everything and be like, wow, that's pretty cool to see all those 5 stars being opened in one big hit. Like I said, go to the link in the description and give it a watch. But I'm not spoiling anything in this video. Next up, and if you want to get yourself prepared for the Trials event currently going on in game, go to the link in the description. This fantastic little graphic here was produced on Marvel Contest Champions Drukos, and I think that it's, you know, it's great for the community. It gets you prepared for things going on, different days of the week, all the different enemies, the things like regeneration, power reserve, all the list is there for you to get prepared. If you're like, well, I'm not quite sure what champions to take in, then it will give you an idea of like what to prepare for. It's a great little thing. Go to the link in the description. Make sure you're following Marvel Contest of Champions Drukos as well for fantastic information for the community. Next up, if you've seen my video today, then you'll know that the thing is a science-based champion. You may feel a little confused by this. Like I said, if you watch the video, you'll get more of an idea of like why he should or could be a science, and also a little bit of research into it. Go to the link in the description, give it a watch. Also, sticking with me because I'm incredibly arrogant and I'm also self-promoting. No, because I made my own news. Kind of weird and inceptional, isn't it? But in any case, yeah, so I did the puzzle video. If you haven't watched that video, link again is in the description. But I got a response from Gabe from Kabam. Gabe tweeted at me and said that the video does have some right ones, and obviously there are going to be some wrong ones, but I got quite a few right, which is really positive. I'm happy I got that, but I'm probably going to have to do future videos going, oh, do you know what, I actually got that one wrong. But it's good to kind of go, hey, that fits with that, and I've had some pretty good ideas. So like I said, go and watch the video. It's good to see a response from Kabam like this. So yeah, there's going to be some illogical ones that we're not going to really consider, and they're going to be a bit left field, whether or not they go like a Horseman edition of Wolverine or a Horseman edition of Mystique. You know, there could be anything coming into the game in the following year, or sorry, this year in 2019. So yeah, keep watching this space. Next up, and this image here has been doing the rounds, and a lot of people have been believing it. Why? I don't know. People were saying like, oh yeah, is this real? This could be real. It can't be real. It really cannot. Last time I checked, Quicksilver was not a cosmic, and also the type that has been used is not the same thing. Also, I use that image quite a bit with Quicksilver when I've done some videos in the past, and that's something from Google. So yeah, if and also there's a misspelling on Apocalypse, but there's yeah, it's not real. For the people that have been posting this, and I don't know who the original source is. I mean, it's fun. Like, that's the thing. I think people put it on there to be fun, but I don't think they've put it on to go, yes, this could be it. So people that are believing it or sort of believing it or questioning it, it's not real. Okay, it's really not real. And our final story is the retrospective arena. Now, I'm a bit butthurt, if I'm honest, about this arena, and it just comes from people putting in too much higher cutoffs. Like, it's just gone. It keeps stepping up and stepping up. And maybe there's champions in this that people really wanted to push for to get. But the fact is, the previous arena, which is similar to this one, went 13.2 for the 1 to 10%, and then it went 13.68. So you're kind of thinking, right, well, that would be fine to put in about a flat 13.8, maybe 13.9, even pushing up to about 14 mil. The cutoff for that particular point was 14.1 mil, which is a big step up, and it's just getting larger and larger, which is a bit disappointing. My biggest concern about this arena is saying that if I do a prediction, it would have to be something like 500k more than this. So that would be like saying, right, well, the cutoff for something exactly the same would be 14.6 mil, so 14,600,000 points. I don't necessarily agree with that being a positive thing for the community, and I'd hope that people would stick true to something about flat 14 mil. But let's be realistic, unfortunately that's never going to be the case. So it's more than likely going to be 14.6. Now that these arenas kind of at the end point, so the last one will be now the round 2. I'm very much glad to see the back of these, and then we can get back to a normal schedule where it's usual about 12 mil to get this kind of cutoff from something similar. But unfortunately the 5-star shards will not be there, which is an extra 2k that I think the community would have loved to have seen ongoing. And if you wanted to pick up a little sneaky yellow jacket, then 1.7 mil for this. For the 4-star cutoff, I'd say go for about 8, maybe even 9 mil for that. Now that's been your Marvel Contest of Champions news for the 7th of January 2019. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button and subscribe for more Marvel Contest of Champions based content. Don't forget to watch today's vid, the Thing video. It's a good video. Hopefully you enjoy it. I've been RichTheMan. I shall catch you in the next one. Bye bye for now.